Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Play on the Go Bundle Premium Edition of October 2023 to help you in picking your 7 games. By using the link provided in the description below, not only will you gain access to this bundle, but you also have the opportunity to support this channel. Your support would mean the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Werewolf, The Apocalypse, Earthblood. A game that offers an action RPG experience that may not dazzle with cutting-edge graphics, but it excels in providing a fun and engaging adventure. The game is a refreshing take on the supernatural, with a focus on eco-warrior werewolves rather than a traditional vampire theme. The game wastes no time, throwing you straight into the action as you embark on a mission to sabotage a fracking site. The story unfolds at a brisk pace, keeping you engaged throughout. The gameplay revolves around navigating various areas filled with enemies, and your ability to switch between different werewolf forms plays a crucial role. In your human form, you can take down guards silently, use a crossbow, and sabotage doors. The wolf form allows for increased speed and stealthy approaches. The game even rewards players who choose a stealthy path by allowing them to avoid combat. However, when combat does occur, it's simple yet enjoyable, as you transform into a powerful werewolf to tear through enemies. The story, although somewhat contained, carries an environmental message and showcases the struggle against human impact on the planet. The game's script exhibits intelligence and hope, even amidst the harsh realities it portrays. While Werewolf The Apocalypse Earthblood may have a few shortcomings, such as limited character development and occasional oversimplification of combat, it manages to provide a satisfying 8 to 9 hours of gameplay. The limited choices in conversations and one-shot decision moments hint at a potentially grander vision that budget constraints limited. Overall, the game offers a B-movie experience that's determined to be entertaining, making it worth a playthrough. At number 2 we have Bosorka, a game where you take on the role of Horpina, a novice witch who accidentally unleashes a torrent of uncontrollable magic upon the world. Your task is to correct this magical mistake and fend off monsters and evil forces. The game offers a unique blend of magic and action, allowing you to wield various spells, ride special brooms, and engage in a magical roguelike adventure. The game's controls are straightforward, using the standard WASD scheme for movement and a shift for dashing on your broom. You can flip Horpina and her broom using the space key, causing damage to any enemies in your path. The game provides clear visual cues for equipped spells, making it easy to track your available abilities. Combat in Bosorka involves wielding projectile spells with the left mouse button. Each spell comes with a limited usage time, which corresponds to a specific number, offering a sense of balance. The right mouse button activates more potent spells, often with area of effect properties. The Swarm Dance is one of the more fun spells, releasing clouds of bugs that deal significant damage to enemies, especially when multiple clouds hit a boss. Horpina is accompanied by a creature called an Oko, which helps indicate the direction of her attacks. The game allows you to recruit additional Oko by spending gold, and they can be empowered using companion enhancement runes. This extra help, along with strategically collecting apples to heal companions, can be highly effective. While fighting regular enemies can be enjoyable, boss battles provide a significant challenge. Some bosses can manipulate the environment, making encounters more challenging. The game features a variety of brooms, each with unique abilities, enhancing a gameplay experience. However, one drawback is the game's relatively short duration, considering the range of spells available. The limited content may leave you craving more. Nevertheless, Bosorka offers a fun roguelike adventure filled with magical combos and unique abilities. At number 3 we have Hello Goodboy, an indie game that courageously addresses complex themes like anger, loneliness, and depression. Despite tackling such heavy subjects, the game manages to maintain a bright and vibrant atmosphere. This unique approach blends the heaviness of the themes with a sense of lightness and optimism, making Hello Goodboy a game that's not only worth playing on your own, but also with your younglings, if you're a parent. In the game, you control Aiko, and wake up in a strange world greeted by Coco, a friendly dog companion. The game allows you to interact with Coco in various ways, strengthening your bond as you progress. You have 4 doors, each representing a season to choose from, and each door offers life lessons. Your choices deplete a rainbow timer, and once it runs out, the game moves to its final act. This unique structure encourages replayability, as you can only explore 2 doors per playthrough, prompting multiple runs to experience the full story. Behind each door, you encounter characters grappling with their emotions, and you can decide whether to help or ignore them. Your choices affect the outcome of your playthrough, and helping others yields joy pieces. The game also features puzzles related to black goo and broken items caused by a black dog roaming the world. By solving simple minigames, you can repair things and collect joy pieces. The game's graphics are visually stunning, with hand-drawn environments ranging from lush forests to winter wonderlands. The soundtrack, reminiscent of a Ghibli soundtrack with a bustling synth orchestra, complements the visuals and themes perfectly. While Hello Goodboy excels in storytelling, its puzzles and minigames are relatively easy, relying heavily on a narrative. The game occasionally over-explains concepts, which may feel unnecessary for an adult player, but ensures clarity for younger audiences. Despite these minor issues, Hello Goodboy delivers an uplifting message in a colorful and upbeat manner, making it a worthwhile experience for both parents and children. And number 4 we have Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, a standalone expansion to the 2016 immersive assassin sim Dishonored 2. Developed by Arcane Studios and published by Bethesda, the expansion introduces players to Billy Lurk, who is on a mission to kill the Outsider, a godlike being. The game presents a semi-directed design with intricate possibilities and routes, showcasing Dishonored's strengths. The expansion's standout mission is a heist involving breaking into a heavily fortified bank. Billy's journey involves diverse targets, emphasizing information and items over traditional assassination. Her unique powers, drawn directly from the Void, offer interesting mechanics. Displace functions like Blink, but allows for teleportation to a marked location, making it useful for escape and traversal. Semblance lets Billy steal an NPC's face, aiding in moving among guards without being attacked. This expansion's environment resembles Dishonored 2, featuring densely packed areas with detail and side stories. A contract system adds optional objectives from the black market, diversifying gameplay. Some criticisms arise, like 2 missions occurring in the same district, and the limited time for certain revelations. Despite minor grievances, Death of the Outsider presents an engaging freeform stealth experience, offering enjoyable encounters, new perspectives on characters, and a fulfilling conclusion to the Dishonored storyline. While it may not match the consistency of its predecessor, it still adds depth and atmosphere to the series' world. And number 5 we have Treasures of the Aegean, a game that takes inspiration from the successful Outer Wilds and introduces its unique spin on a time loop concept. In this side-scrolling adventure, you play as Marie, a treasure hunter who embarks on a quest to uncover the mysteries of King Minos' mythical island. However, the island's volcano is erupting, threatening to destroy the world, and Marie must solve mysteries to prevent this catastrophe. The game employs a time loop mechanism, where you must complete specific actions within a time limit before the world resets. Unlike Outer Wilds, Treasures of the Aegean provides a clear on-screen timer and replaces traditional health with time, ensuring that your choices matter. The game takes a more narrative-focused approach, with comic book-style cutscenes and playable flashbacks to delve into character development. The central gameplay involves solving puzzles, collecting treasures, and exploring the island. The time limit adds a sense of urgency, but you receive additional time as you progress, giving you ample opportunity to explore. The game allows you to mark points of interest on your map, streamlining navigation and exploration. Treasures of the Aegean offers a satisfying and fluid movement system, making Marie's actions enjoyable and reminiscent of classic games like Prince of Persia. The interconnected world design is well crafted, encouraging players to explore, fill in the map, and learn about the island's layout. The game offers a reasonable length of around 8 hours, with ample treasures to discover and puzzles to solve. Treasures of the Aegean balances its influences from Outer Wilds and create a unique, captivating experience that excels in movement and world design. If you enjoy exploration and uncovering the secrets of a world, this game is a compelling choice. And number 6 we have Doom 2016, a reboot of the classic Doom game where you shoot demons on Mars. You play as a Doom Slayer, partnering up with Samuel Hayden, a high-ranking official working on secretive Argent energy research projects on Mars. The both of you are trying to rid the forces of hell brought upon by Olivia Pierce, a high-ranking scientist who was enticed by Satan's promises of greatness. The plot is simple and is not the main focus of the game, but if you're truly interested, there are codexes scattered around for you to read. Levels in Doom have a singular goal outlined, but all of them will end with a gigantic battle involving the murder of various demons and highly destructive events. This game is not all about the battles though, as you'll be spending much of your time exploring the map filled with corridors looking for keycards and secrets. Enemies are quite varied, with some using melee weapons while others fire projectiles, before expanding to more varied weaponry and abilities like teleportation and minion summoning. Best of all, they spawn by the dozens, so you'll be crushing demon skulls for days. This game doesn't have a reload button, and all you have to worry about is pulling the trigger of a variety of weapons like the super shotgun, rocket launcher, the chain gun, among others. Each weapon is accompanied by satisfying booms as you turn demons into jelly.
Weapon abilities can be upgraded via mods and have alternate firing modes. The movement in Doom is fast, faster than most other FPS games. This movement style encourages you to constantly move, kite, dodge, and lunge at demons, with some demons being as agile as you. You can also perform glory kills, which are quick melee animations that you can perform on weakened enemies for some very gory yet satisfying finishing moves, watching their demon heads explode into a million drops of blood and also become health pickups. You can use the chainsaw to saw demons in half, which also functions as a limited ammo regen tool. Doom is definitely an old school FPS where you're required to explore to discover necessary keys to progress, but when the action gets going, it really dials itself up over the top, delivering a very satisfying FPS worthy of the Doom name.
At number 7 we have The Walking Dead: New Frontier, a Telltale zombie-infested narrative adventure and the third installment in the series. This installment doesn't break new ground, but maintains the formula of choice-driven storytelling with a heavy emphasis on relationships and consequences. The game introduces Javier, a former baseball star, as the main protagonist. Alongside his family, he navigates a world overrun by the undead. The story revolves around family bonds and their struggle to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. While Telltale has excelled at creating meaningful player choices, some decisions in this game can lead to unexpected outcomes due to unclear dialogue options. The game presents a series of no-win scenarios, often forcing you to choose between two bad options, which may feel overly manipulative. The graphical presentation has improved, with smoother character models and enhanced lighting effects. Voice acting remains top-notch, and Melissa Hutchinson's portrayal of Clementine continues to shine. However, the background music is understated and sometimes negligible, only coming to the forefront during action sequences. The game offers replay value through different decision paths, though the length of the experience is relatively short. While the formula that made the series popular is maintained, the story may feel somewhat repetitive, and some characters may lack depth. A New Frontier is a decent addition to the Walking Dead franchise, offering solid production values, brutal choices, and a signature Telltale storytelling experience. It provides more of what fans expect, but doesn't bring substantial innovation to the series. At number 8 we have The Walking Dead: The Final Season, the final game and fourth installment in a narrative-heavy adventure game, marking the conclusion of Clementine's journey. And while it aims to evoke strong emotions, it falls short of delivering a satisfying farewell. The final season had its own set of challenges, notably the closure of Telltale Games during its development, leading to a different team finishing the game. As a result, the final chapter of Clem's story feels curtailed and compromised. This season's narrative builds on Clementine's growth as she becomes the adult figure guiding the orphaned AJ, similar to the way Lee cared for her in Season 1. AJ, born into a world overrun by zombies, has a warped sense of morality, which adds complexity to their relationship. The game delves into thought-provoking moments as Clem grapples with her own behavior and choices and their impact on AJ. However, the game is not without its flaws. A disturbing cliffhanger at the end of Episode 1 is a shocking twist that captures the essence of The Walking Dead, but may also leave players frustrated. Additionally, an 11th hour surprise feels like a cheat, undermining the credibility of the climax. The final season introduces a group of school-age survivors, allowing Clem to take on a leadership role that aligns better with her character's development. The story introduces a new threat, in the form of a group of survivors, looking to forcibly recruit Clem's new friends. Players have the option to initiate a romance with Violet or Louise, providing moments of tenderness amidst the tension. While the final season still manages to provoke emotional responses, it raises questions about what might have been if Telltale Games had been able to conclude Clementine's story as originally intended. It's a missed opportunity to provide a more satisfying conclusion to an iconic character's journey. At number 9 we have
Chicken Police: Painted Red, an adventure game. The game is set in a fictional city called Clawville, where animals live in a world full of crime and corruption. The game follows two chicken detectives named Sonny Featherland and Marty McChicken as they investigate a missing person case. The game's standout feature is its unique art style, which blends film noir aesthetics with animals. The characters are well designed, with each animal species having their own distinct look and personalities. The voice acting is also excellent, with each character having their own unique voice that fits their personality perfectly. The gameplay is a mix of point-and-click adventure and visual novel elements. Players must gather clues, interrogate suspects, and solve puzzles to progress through the story. The game also features a dialogue system that allows players to choose how to respond to other characters, which can affect the outcome of the story. The story itself is engaging and well written, with plenty of twists and turns to keep players guessing. The characters are well developed and interesting, with each having their own motivations and secrets. The game's humor is also a highlight, with plenty of witty dialogue and puns that will make players chuckle. The game's music and sound design are also top-notch. The jazz-inspired soundtrack fits the game's film noir aesthetic perfectly and sets the mood for each scene. The sound effects are also well done, with each sound effect adding to the game's immersive atmosphere. Overall, Chicken Police Painted Red is a unique and engaging adventure game that stands out from the crowd with its distinctive art style and memorable characters. It's a must-play for fans of the point-and-click adventure genre, and those looking for a game with a strong narrative and interesting world building.
And number 10 we have
Gamedec Definitive Edition, a narrative-driven isometric cyberpunk RPG. Set in a future where virtual reality has become an integral part of society, players take on the role of a Gamedec, a detective who solves crimes in virtual worlds. The game presents players with complex moral choices and challenging puzzles that test their detective skills. The gameplay is centered around investigating crimes, interviewing suspects, and collecting clues. Players must use their wits and detective skills to solve complex cases, which are often tied to the dark secrets of the virtual worlds. The game features branching dialogue options that affect the story's outcome, adding replayability to the game. Gamedec Definitive Edition features a unique leveling system that allows players to choose which skills they want to improve. Players can choose to improve their detective skills, hacking abilities, or social skills, among others. This system allows players to tailor their playstyle to their preferences, and adds an element of customization to the game. One of the game's highlights is the storytelling. The game's narrative is engaging, and keeps players hooked from start to finish. The game tackles complex themes such as artificial intelligence, virtual reality addiction, and the nature of humanity, which makes for a thought-provoking experience. However, the game's pacing can be slow at times, and some of the puzzles can feel quite tedious. The game's world building is also lacking in some areas, which can make it difficult for players to fully immerse themselves in the game's world. Overall, Gamedec Definitive Edition is an impressive RPG that stands out from the crowd with its unique concept and engaging storytelling. While it has its flaws, the game is a must-play for fans of the cyberpunk genre, and those who enjoy complex moral choices and challenging puzzles.
And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is pretty good. There are definitely rehashes from previous bundles, but I tried to focus on providing you information on newer games like Werewolf and Bosorka. I would recommend picking up Wolfenstein 2, Dishonored, Doom, and The Ascent for some action. If you like narrative-heavy games, perhaps go for both the Walking Dead games, Chicken Police, and Gamedec. In any case, kindly show your support by liking and subscribing to the channel, and I look forward to connecting with you in the upcoming video.